today I will be demonstrating to you on how to put and remove the surgical gloves. So, wear a mask if you are instructed to use one. So, in our case, we'll be using our surgical mask. We need to wash our hands before and after any sterile procedure. Prepare a clean work area each time you use this technique. So this is our surgical gloves. Make sure that the size of the gloves perfectly fit on your fingers. We need to open. So there is an instruction on it. So we need to open here. Open the outer wrap of the sterile glove pack. Okay, so we need to open this one as per the instruction. So we need to put the sterile gloves on your clean, dry surface. You can put the wrap gloves on the sterile supply wrapper. Open the inner wrapper so that you can see both gloves. So this is how we do it. So right now we will be putting our first glove. So we'll open this one. Make sure not to touch the sterile gloves. Okay, so we need to take. Okay, so we need to take the hand your right or your dominant hand, which is, as for me, that is my right hand, and then grabs the gloves on your other hand and fold it up. So we will do it this way. So I will be using my dominant hand, the gloves, and then I will be positioning my finger like this one. I will fold it off. Okay, and I will pick up the gloves by the folded edge. So this one, this is the folded edge. This is the sterile part of the gloves, and this is the non-sterile. So I will be positioning my fingers right like this, or my hands like this, wherein I am folding my I will be folding my edge, my cuff like this, and then I will be picking up the gloves using my dominant finger. So like this one, don't touch the sterile part. And what I'm going to do is that I will be inserting my finger like this. Okay, so once we already put our first glove, pull the glove on. Be careful not to touch the outside part of the gloves, which is this one, because this is the sterile part of the gloves. Touch only the gloves that will next to your skin. And then leave the cuff on the gloves folded. Okay. So right now we will be putting the second glove. So unlike the first one, we folded the cuff and we put the unsterile part. So right now, since we are already wearing the sterile glove, so what we're going to do is that we will be picking up using like this. So we will be touching the sterile part of the gloves, and then we will be positioning our right finger by holding the cuff. So lift, put the gloves over your fingers. So the hands that you will be putting the gloves should stay flat. Keep the gloves thumbs up and keep touching the bare palm and wrist. Okay, so once we are done putting this one, we can now adjust the gloves on our finger by touching only the sterile part. So you can adjust this one, and then the other finger as well by touching only the sterile part, and then you can adjust and reach under the cuff to pull it and adjust. So assuming that this gloves is already soiled, it has been used already, so we will be removing the gloves. So first, we need to brush the palm on the other side. So we will pinch this one, and then we will pull the gloves off by turning inside out. Hold the gloves in the palm and still glove-handed. Slip 2 fingers. Alright, so this has been already removed. And on the other hand, so what we're going to do is that we need to slip the two fingers under the gloves, and then we will pull it. Alright, so we will pull the gloves into, we will pull the gloves until it comes out inside out. The first glove should end up inside the gloves that you took off first. So we need to dispose the gloves safely, and again, we need to wash our hands. So after we are done with our hand washing or scrubbing, it is now time for us to wear our surgical gown, or what we call gown. So before we start, we need to prepare all the materials that we need. In preparation, we need first to enter the operating room, raising your hands upward and make sure that we didn't touch any object or material. In entering the emergency room or operating room, we need to do it backward, pushing our back to open the door. So once we are in the operating room, we need to make sure that we are wearing all the equipment or the things that we need to wear. We need to have a hair cup or a surgical hair cup. Next, we need to wear our face mask. Not to forget our face protection or our eye protection using a face shield or an eye shield. So let's assume that this is our eye shield. And now we're ready to pick up the gown. So to pick up the gown, with one hand, pick up the entire folded gown from the wrapper by grasping the gown through all layers. Being careful to touch only the inside top layer, which is exposed. So once your hands are securely pinching the gown in these slots, step back from the shelf and allow the gown to drop. Make sure the gown does not touch any surrounding and sterile objects. The next thing that we will be doing is inserting our arms into the sleeves of the gown. Grasp the inside shoulder seams and open the gown into the armhole facing you. Next, carefully insert your arm partway into the gown, one at a time, keeping the hand and shoulder level away from the body. Slide the arms farther into the gown sleeve, and then the fingertips are level, proximal edge of the cuff. Grasp the inside seam at the cuff and the insert and index finger. Be careful that no part in the hand protrudes from the sleeve cuff. Next, it's the time to fasten the gown. A theater assistant will fasten the gown behind you, positioning it over the shoulder by grasping the inside surface of the gown at the shoulder seam. The theater assistant's hand should only ever be in contact with the inside surface of the gown. The theater assistants then prepare to secure the gown at the neck, and the upper back of the gown. Gowns differ on how they are secured, but most of them have either ties, buttons, or Victor tabs. So, assuming that our gown has been already fastened, next thing that we will be doing is we will be gloving. First, we need to open the inner glove pocket that you previously dropped into the sterile field. We need to pick one glove by the folded cuff edge by the sleeve covered hand. 1. Place the glove on the opposite gown, sleeve facing palm down, and the glove's finger pointing towards you. Place the palm of the hand inside the gown sleeve must be facing forward towards the palm of the gloves. Place the glove's rolled cuff edge at the seam that connects the sleeve to the gown cuff. Rest the bottom rolled cuff edge of the gloves with the thumb and index finger of the hand glove is on top of. Next, while holding the glove's cuff edge with one hand, grasp the uppermost edge of the glove cuff with the opposite hand. Continue to grasp the gloves and stretch the cuff of gloves over the hand using the opposite sleeve. Covered hand grabs the both gloves cuff, sleeve, seam, and pull the gloves into the hand. Next, using the hand that is now gloved, put the second glove on the same manner. Check to make sure that each gown cuff is secured and covered completely by the cuff of the gloves. Adjust the fingers of each glove as necessary so that they can fit appropriately. Always to remember to keep your hands in your sleeves so that you do not touch the gloves from the outside of the gown with your bare hands. Keep your hand above your waist and in front of you. Ensure that you do not touch anything. Ensure you do not touch anything around you that is not sterile. This includes your face, mask, and hat. Once we're done and your gloves is soiled, we need to remove it using the same procedure that we did on the